So is the bottom in, or are we looking at a possible another leg down here? Let's find out and get into our daily SPY analysis here. Today is Tuesday, February 25th, 2025. We're definitely getting there on likes. Thank you guys for liking the video. We still need to keep the shares up. Come on, can we get 20 shares here? We got 14 on the last one. I'm trying to give away free stuff. Free month of active trader, by the way. We're crushing it in the day trading room right now. Trades are everywhere here with this volatility here. We got to get 20 shares per video and 50 comments. If we get that by March 3rd when we do the webinar on trader psychology, that is available now if you guys are interested. I'll give away free stuff. So free month active trader, free month of swing trades. Loving this trading environment here. But anyways, let's get into it here. So markets here down 0.5%. And I kind of mentioned this at the trading room this morning and swing trades. So we'd look for 590 today if they really wanted. And also said we'd probably finish down about 50 basis points on the day. So we were kind of predicting a recovery here. And that's basically what we got. Although we didn't really finish we didn't finish green, but we had a good slice here. I didn't think we'd sell this hard initially. I said 590 would be on the table if we started selling, and it certainly was. I thought we would stay a little bit more in range. I thought maybe a 595 area on SPY would get hit, and then we kind of just chop around here into tomorrow, which I thought could give us a little bit of upside. But today we got down to the 590 area, and this was a really easy kind of call here to pick up at the lows. So just really stretched, really on all kind of time frames, but particularly, we just take a look at, an RSI here, really deep down there. 4 hour did get oversold on the triple Qs, and there it is right there. You can also see on NQ, just really ground down there to the lows. Yes, they're quite divergent, and guess where we went? So we went to that big trend line there again. So a lot of there we go. A lot of convergence down in this area, and that told us we were likely to see a pivot. There's also a big, like I said, dealer level at 590, and we made a beeline for it. We didn't get there. We got really close. They scooped it down, spiked the low, and just really stretched divergent here. And we got a nice squeeze off the lows there. Right now, spiders need to reclaim 595 in order to put a low in, but we're kind of there right now in the after hours. You can see ES. We did get above it a few times. That was the pre-market low, in fact, and we got above it, got below. So we're trying to base right now. My thought is that we can rally here, and just a couple of reasons. I'm not necessarily saying that it's all the danger is gone, but right now, I mean, like, this was at 20 earlier. I can only imagine if we were down tomorrow, AAII would probably be at like 60% bears, So I think it was at like 43 again last week. So sentiment getting, and you know what? We're like 3% from all-time highs. So pretty crazy stuff to see that. But good bounce off the low. Some stocks today, like Amazon, really nice pivot here. Apple has been holding up well. It's kind of a risk-off name. Tesla hit a big level at 300 too. So some stocks coming into some key levels here and getting reversals. PLTR hitting the 50-day. This is now an important stock now, so you got to pay attention to Palantir, almost as if it's a Mag 7 play, because it's kind of getting there, and it probably will be a $1 trillion company soon. But in any case, are the lows in? I think there's a good case to be made that there's at least a low in, at least a tradable low right now, and you're going to see. Look at the JPY. USD JPY, it's the same thing. So you got the little divergence there. Probably is why we came off the lows. Also hit that. I wouldn't really call it like a local double bottom. For me, a double bottom is like at the lows of the chart, but locally speaking, it's at a double bottom. And I think this could maybe rally back to 152. But take a look at the intraday here. I pointed this out on Twitter. Just look at the pattern there, and look at ES. It's like the same thing. It's the same thing. And Q even more so. See intraday, the dollar index had a little inverse head and shoulder, and look at where we bottomed. Popped out there, and then we started to roll over, and then what happened with ES? It started to stall out. So, they're talking about, oh, this is a growth scare or whatever. This is, to me, about the yen more than anything. So if there's a big flush coming, it'll be about the yen, and I don't see the mainstream financial media talking about it as much, at least not me personally. So here's the risk here is, to me, is if we go up here to reset that RSI, then we start to head lower. That's where the real risk is. Additionally, a couple of things. That ES trend line is not going to hold forever. You have a lower high now. Remember? Yeah, I did a whole episode on trend lines here, by the way. But like, right, hit, by the way, third hit, fourth hit is usually where it can break. You know, third hit is usually good. But here you go, hit, high, higher high, another hit. Now we have a lower high, right? So, and even with SPX, I mean, you could argue, well, the SPX, well, I guess, yeah. I mean, technically you have a higher high. It's not by much though, is it? So we did hit those levels, but just be aware, like, again, here's another thing, just to show you. November, August, so almost a year. And then this is what, like 6 months, and then this is 1 month, right, between hits. So we're losing momentum here. Additionally, I mean, this pattern's been thrown around a lot, but it's good. I dare you to find me a pattern that says it's wrong, or I dare you to find me a problem with it. It's like a perfect Wyckoff right here. I mean, it's almost like it's like dead accurate here. So that's the risk here. The positive is everyone's bearish, and you know, I think that partly is why I was looking for a longs here, looking for a pivot. And I think we can trend green tomorrow potentially. That doesn't mean we're going to go back up to make new highs, but I think we can at least trend up. And hey, maybe we do make new highs. It's certainly possible. I wouldn't rule it out. Some of you guys asked me about the McClellan yesterday. It was actually green all day long. You know, it's a little, you know, it's absolutely battered on the weekly. The thing that I'm worried about is this starting to kind of do what we did in 2022, which is just kind of put on a top after a failed high. So that's kind of that's sort of the bear case here. The bull case is your trend is still up, you're holding support, and everyone's bearish. So right now, in order to really confirm a pivot, yeah, we still need to get through 595 SPY and break above that. We're trying to do it in the after hours a little bit. QQQ got to get through 515. It did hold the 100 moving average, so that's your positive there. And we did hit that beautiful dealer level of 510 today. But yeah, pretty good rollover here. So I told you guys last Friday, dealers were not going to come in and save the market here if we started rolling over this weekend. That's kind of what's happened. So they're just kind of letting those levels hit, and they're getting their fills where they need it, but it's not like they're coming in to really save this downside yet. So in any case, Q's a little bit weak. You know, if we keep going down, you got the whole round number of 500. And SPY, I mean, you know, a lot of people were looking for this gap to get filled today. I think that's why we didn't do it. But, you know, you got the gap down there. There's a level around 584 as well. But tomorrow, I'm optimistic about a bounce here. At least there's a good chance of that. And I think also NVIDIA, too, even if we don't bounce tomorrow, I think a lot of the negativity is priced in now with NVIDIA, especially with DeepSeek guidance. So we'll see how that goes. But I don't really see this breaking out here. This has lower highs, too. So be aware of that. IWM came off the lows. It held the 215 handle. Little kind of double bottom here. And held that green bar low. If it needs to hold that by the end of the week. It's a big negative if it can't do that. Diamond positive again. There were some sectors that were beneficiaries of risk off. XLV breaking bull here. XLP, beautiful move here. It's a little overbought here in the short term, but that looks like it wants to be bought on a pullback. XLU was down again today, but it came nicely off the lows, and it's been holding up and kind of outperforming the market. So some of these sectors that, you know, have been Apple, right? You know, Apple down 6 cents. So safety plays have been working here. What's not been working is, you know, certain tech areas. SMH down 2.12, not good. That's starting to look like a failed breakout on the weekly. Up here again, NVIDIA earnings tomorrow, obviously. IGV down $1.61. It did come off the lows again. Palantir here holding the 50 MA. I think that can work its way back towards 95 or 100 here. I think there may be tradable lows in place on a lot of things. Transports here, and here's a positive. I mean, down, I mean, flat, right? Down 4 basis points, a whopping 4 basis points on the transport. You know, well, there's a big growth scare, but the transports are outperforming the market, right? So I don't think it's really a growth. I think that's the story, but I don't know if that's actually what this is about. So we'll see. Rates here again coming down. This is, coming down too fast is a bad thing, because then you can make the case, yeah, there is a growth scare. But the 2 year is coming down pretty quickly too, and that can be positive for the market, especially if the market can find its footing, because that opens the door for the Fed. So we're now 25 basis points away from Fed funds. We'll see if that breaks back below 4.1. Then there's really room for cuts. But if it keeps going too fast, then yeah, we will see a real growth scare. But we talked about this a while ago. A lot of people didn't believe me, but we're almost there. I mean, 93 is almost there on TLT. I didn't think we'd get through it this quickly. I thought we would base for another couple days and then go through it. But hey, there it is. So TLT acting well, and yeah, I think 93 is possible. I think that might be a selling opportunity too, but we'll talk about that when we get there. XHV up 2 3/4 again. Big growth scare, right? So home builders up, right? And VNQ breaking out, right? So there's definitely sector. This is not a risk-off sector, really. I mean, I guess kind of in certain capacity, but I mean, there's a lot of exposure here to CRE and stuff. Anyway, up 1 1/4. That's a trend day. Anytime you're up 1 1/4 on an ETF like this, that's a trend day. Finished a few points off the highs, but closed above the 100 moving average. Like we didn't close above that red. That would have been even better, especially if we can get above the weekly red there at 94.58. Then this thing can really take off. But yeah, a nice breakout, I guess, on VNQ. So it's not all that bad. By the way, speaking of the McClellan, advanced decline 296 to there's 204. So everybody whines and complains about the Mag 7. The Mag 7 is the only reason the market goes up. But then when it's down, nobody says a damn word. When the breadth is I mean, look at equal weight S&P. Where's everybody talking about this? Oh, come on, let me know. Let me know about equal weight S&P. Why is this green? Right. So you got to look at it from both sides here. It's not, breadth is only, it doesn't only work when it's convenient to your narrative. Equal weight down 1%, but equal weight S&P here. It's not like this is the worst tape here. So I have no real horse in this race, by the way. I'm pretty much neutral. I would say I'm net long right now, but I've reduced exposure tremendously as of last Thursday, Friday. So you guys know. So I don't think I have a horse, in there. I don't care if we go up or down really at this point. XLF down a penny, not the end of the world. KRE up for again crash, right? KRE is green. KPE same thing, and then broker dealers are down 1.1. Holding the 50 MA though. So I think if we're going to see some sort of another swoon, it's going to have to be. I think the dollar yen is going to have to bounce first. Hit 152 and then come down. Then I would start to really say, okay, yeah, things could get serious. But right now, I just see a lot of range stuff going on here. Oil down 2%. We'll see how, if they announce a peace deal. I don't know. It's getting hit pretty good here. Maybe this is the whole. They're trying to say it's a growth scare. Yeah, we had the composites at, I think it was 10 a.m. But I don't know. We'll see. I still haven't touched it. I just don't like anything about the chart, honestly. I probably won't touch it for a long time unless it really breaks this range. I don't like any of this action here. It did hit a nice breakout spot though. XLE was green earlier and it came back in, but finished off the lows. Again, nothing to really do here on any of these. XOP lower and OIH lower as well. Energy really slipping. CCJ managing to close flat to positive. URNM. Okay, actually, let's just check that NM level. Back forever. I've had that on the chart for one. So this might even be an attractive area to pick this up. This has never been retested here, so we just filled out all that liquidity on it. So that could actually be a little spot there for URNM there. And nukes here. That's probably a little bit. Man, there's a little. We'll see. I think everything's going to get a bounce here. Nat gas continuing higher, filling almost filled the gap of 3.72. See if it tries for 5. Dollar index down. We talked about that earlier, but you know, it did finish off the lows a little bit, and so did dollar yen. Watching that falling wedge here. This is a bull case too, believe it or not. At least right now. Gold, again, so much for the dip here. Just test the 20 MA. That's all it did. Silver, same kind of deal. We'll see that needs to do a little bit more basing. Platinum, flat, finish off the lows, and so did palladium. And then copper here, nice bid off the 20 MA. So copper can continue here. Again, kind of got that W look there. Copper looking all right. And Bitcoin basically broke down. This may be done for a while. That doesn't mean that it's going to crash here or even go much lower. In fact, it almost looks a lot like April, depending on where we close the week. I think we'll have a pivot in place, by the way, possibly. But if we could close the week like back to flat, it's going to look a lot like this April kind of pattern to me. So April of last year, and really all we did there is, you know, everybody got so bearish on Bitcoin, but I was like, just wait, it's coming, and that's what happened. So we could be in for something similar. I mean, I don't know if they're going to repeat the pattern exactly like it did last year, but yeah, I mean, we could just get a something like this. But we want to see this kind of hold up. You know, otherwise we might see, you know, a 70,000 test at some point. But just keep that in mind. If it stays firm here and just stays in range, it could just do that and hang in sideways. So, well, right now, outside move there. Definitely some chart damage. But there is a chance for some liquidity grab here in the short term. Maybe you could result in a lower high. So I think it's probably done for a while, but you might have a tradable low in place, basically. That said, market's holding up right now. Let's just take a look at the futures. Yeah, we're right back above that level. So they're trying to hold up here. I think we had some earnings after the bell too, but either way, yeah, watch the 595 area. You know, above, below that will determine control for tomorrow. There may be a little bit of risk. They might try to get 590 again tomorrow. Just be aware, but we'll see. I still think there's probably some sort of pivot here, at the very least. Anyways, guys, I'll wrap it up here. Again, you guys take care. Don't forget to come find me on carnivoretrades.com. I will see you guys all tomorrow.